Welcome back, everyone, to DBS. To all the new people out here checking out my channel, thank you, and I hope you have a good time. I mainly do Soulsborne, well, not mainly, actually, that's all I do. Soulsborne videos. I've been focusing Dark Souls 3 recently, but um, just last week, a demo for a upcoming game developed by Team Ninja and being published by Team uh, Tecmo Koei has been released on the PlayStation Network. Game's called Nioh, and a lot of people were saying this is the next Souls-inspired game or the next evolution of the Souls series. So I decided to check it out. I have mixed feelings about this game. I did like the battle system. It's not bad. It's a bit clunky, especially when you want to like dodge roll out of something. I found that even you swing and you want to dodge or get out of the way, it was that responsive. So it always ended up in a situation where I would always get hit, even though I didn't want to, and I was mashing the dodge button as best as I could. Another thing, they really pushed the difficulty on this game. Enemies will literally one-shot you if you do not have good armor equipped. Over here, I'm about level 10 or 11 for this clip. Um, and I had to grind my way to get some armor. I did. Another mechanic that was pretty interesting is that you could summon, as you can see, these red swords on the ground. You can summon these are dead players in the world that you can summon, and then you could fight them and loot their armor. So I actually had to. I summoned this level 16 uh, player, and I killed him with the cheese tactics with my spear, and I ended up getting some really cool armor and a very big hammer as well, which even though had very high damage, I just found it to be um, unwieldy with these enemies who are pretty fast and they always follow you very far. And in certain situations, most of the time you're not fighting in open spaces. You're fighting in cramped alleyways or in a house or in a hut or something or on a roof of a building. So I found that I had to use this axe was my favorite weapon, which I was using good damage and relatively easy to use in confined spaces. However, most of the time I was always being ganked by mobs. I tried my best to lure them out with a stone or an arrow, um, which is probably what they're expected to do in this game. Um, but whenever you're mobbed, you're pretty much dead, unless you can run away from them somehow. I always found myself running into a dead end or in a cramped alleyway, and then that's it. Two, three hits and you're gone. Um, some of the enemies have hyper armor, especially the samurais with the swords. You could not stagger them out of animation, which made it difficult, especially that they would do two, three hits. Um, and because of that, the dodge rolling is not that responsive. I found that I would always end up taking a hit. So I did manage to open the shortcut, as you can see in this video. I actually made it to the next altar of prayer, which is considered whatever the bonfire in this game. I made it to the second and the third one at the end. I did reach the final boss of this demo. I didn't know how to beat him, so I died once. I just gave up. I knew there was a gimmick somewhere, but I didn't figure it out yet. I might go back to it. I was just so frustrated with this game. I thought I'd be making good progress, and then suddenly I just get run down by three enemies, and that was it. I always found myself running back, always found myself running away. Even if there was one easy enemy, I feel like if you make one slight error, you're pretty much dead. I don't know how to increase my health, my potion amount. I know you start with 3 and it just refreshes at the altar. Uh, you could pick up extras, but they would not. I don't know how to increase it permanently, so there's probably a way I'm not aware of. Um, yeah, so they're really trying to push the difficulty in this game. Um, you got many mobs. Um, many of the bigger enemies have a lot of health, a lot of stamina. So it was a pretty difficult game. I don't say that I don't like it. It's actually pretty good. But I think that this level or this demo was had purposely increased the difficulty. which has made it frustrating for me because I've died so many times. And this is coming from a guy who's played hundreds and hundreds of hours of the Souls games. I just think that the battle system, and the way it's designed is trying to. I still obviously I need to get more, play a lot more of this game to get the hang of the, because there's a lot of things that I haven't tried. Like there's a bunch of special moves, uh, things like that I haven't even tried. Mainly because I didn't really explain it well. There are some hints here and there, but you have to actually go out of your way to find them. You have to kill a few enemies, and then you'll find a small tidbit. Wasn't all that useful. I didn't know till like very, very late into the demo that you could regain your stamina um, during while you're fighting by pressing R1 and then after hitting a few times. That really helped me a lot, but it's still, when I was ganked, I couldn't. There was not much I could do. Another thing, in the later part of the game, before the boss, there's just so many enemies, and the area is the layout was very confusing. It was not easy to just make your way through, even if you try to go slowly. Anyway, I don't want to rant on too much. I think there's a lot of potential for this game. I like it a lot. I just think that they need to tone down on difficulty, because the way they're doing it is not the right way. The Souls series games are difficult, but they're not unmanageable. Here, it can't be to a point that it becomes unmanageable at all. Otherwise, it's pretty good. If I think today's the last day, it's gonna be turned offline. I'm looking forward to see more information about this game later on, and I hope they figure things out. Yeah, so that was just my short thing. Check out my other Dark Souls videos and Bloodborne videos, and I'll see you guys very soon.